I was just getting ready and I was hearing the Holy Spirit say that you just need to sit down and record this message for someone. And so, warning, sappy post time. I feel like whenever I'm in my PJs, I don't have my makeup done, my hair isn't brushed, it's like you know that the Holy Spirit's just going to bring something through. And this feels like this is for someone who is in a relationship right now and they're in this place of questioning, should I leave? Can I get better? Is there better out there for me? Will God actually guide me and support me to something better in what I really want? And tomorrow I leave for a trip to see my guy. And the last many weeks have been very challenging for me because I, to put it simply, have had a lot of trauma coming up. And it's felt very ungrounding and it's kind of been hitting me at all sides. And yet, throughout all of this, I have so many moments where like when people say that they have to pinch themselves, I have a lot of moments where I almost have to do that because the thing that I am experiencing with him, we'll be in the middle of a conversation. Right now we're long distance, so anything is going to be over the phone. So we'll be in the middle of a conversation over FaceTime or whatever. And I will almost have to pinch myself because it's like there are two versions of reality that my mind cannot reconcile. I was in a relationship for 9 years. There have been so many times in past conversations, in past relationships, where I just felt like something was missing. And not even just in conversations. I just felt like in these past relationships, like something was missing. And there would be certain things, I would want to have a conversation where we could talk about our feelings and where we could actually have some resolution and we could hold space for each other in navigating challenging things, or that we were just really excited for each other and, would celebrate each other's wins and really like be there for each other, like whatever it was. There were these moments specifically in past relationships where I just felt like something was missing and it was something that I really wanted. And I think we do this thing where we are very good at telling ourselves that we're asking for too much, that maybe it's okay if I don't have this thing, that, it's okay. It's okay if it never happens. And yet there's this push-pull within us because there's something that we really want. There's something that's missing in our relationship or things that are missing. And we don't have them. And so we try to convince ourselves that it's okay, but yet we really miss these things and we know that we want them. And I feel like so often I'm hesitant to speak out about leaving the relationships you feel called out of because at the end of the day, no relationship is perfect. And there are times even now where I have so much peace in my spirit, like this is my person. I know without a shadow of a doubt. And there are times where I will see something on social media and I'm like, but is that for me? It's something about someone saying, well, if this is showing up in your relationship, then that's a red flag. That's a sign this, like all this stuff. And I really have to be tuned in with myself to make sure that I'm not taking that on. No relationship is perfect. And yet I think there are a lot of times where there's this lack of peace in the spirit that we have in a relationship. And whether there are certain things that you can pinpoint or not, you know that it's not the relationship for you. And those things, I think a lot of times are God saying, remember, this isn't for you. Remember, what about this thing? What about that thing? And again, like no relationship is perfect. My relationship with Nick, there are things right now, I'm moving through a lot of trauma. There are things that are not perfect. And yet the relationship as a whole, when I am centered in the spirit, it's like this. We just go together. And those things that aren't perfect, when I bring them to God, He shows me the ways that it is perfect because He has brought us together in a way that we can work through those imperfections together. That just as everything with life, this relationship is going to be sanctified. Both of us are coming. We are individually being sanctified and together we will be sanctified. So again, the relationship is not perfect. And I just want to do like a big fat asterisk because there are always going to be things that show up. And yet, like there are things in my relationship with Nick that aren't perfect. And I have this sense of, I am so grateful that I'm walking through this with him. That this is almost a reminder that this is it. This is almost a reminder that this is God saying, hey, you're moving through this really hard thing, but aren't you glad you have this person? Versus in past relationships, these things would be a reminder that it wasn't it. The things that would show up in the relationship constantly felt like reminders from God of still not it, still not it, still not it. So it's not necessarily the thing that's showing up, it's the feeling behind it. And I wish that I could have gotten honest with myself so much earlier. I mean, I trust God's timing, or I trust that he was able to work with my resistance to the timing and the delays. I wish that I would have gotten honest with myself so much earlier, because there were so many things that I settled in, that I thought I was asking for too much, that I was constantly in a place of like feeling a lack of ease and a lack of peace. I'm not going to go too far into this, but I really think a lot of my health problems were continuing to do things that my body was saying there's no peace here. Like I felt an uneasiness in my body. I felt a lack of peace in my body. I continued to do it. I think that the toxicity that created in my body created health problems. Just going to say it. I wish that I would have known that those things that felt like signs to leave, they were signs to leave. Because now the person that I'm with, it's not perfect. And there are so many signs of like, aren't you glad you left the last thing? This is exactly what you wanted. There are moments where I literally have to pinch myself. I was in conversation with him last night, and it was a hard conversation because I was talking about some of the trauma that was coming up, which is very new for me. And his reaction to it, it felt like this split reality where in past relationships, this is what I wanted. I wanted someone who could hold space this way. I wanted someone who could support me this way. I wanted someone that could look me in the eyes and say, it's okay, you're doing your best. Like, if you are in something that you feel like there are things that are missing, that you feel a lack of peace in your spirit, it is because God has someone out there for you that is going to fulfill those things. And it's not going to feel hard. You're not going to feel like you have to fight for it. They're just going to do it. Communication becomes so much easier because you are no longer fighting for what you want. God brings you someone that it just kind of works seamlessly. Again, huge asterisks. It's not perfect. It will never be perfect, but it is brought together by God. And he is guiding it, he is leading it, he is sanctifying it to become more and more perfect. This was so much longer than I thought. If you are in a relationship that you know deep down, if you get honest with yourself and you know that you have to leave, it is because God has someone better for you. And I'm not talking about better as in this like worldly metric, like a vision board. It's like, I want this type of guy. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about someone where right now you're kind of like this and it's like, it's not really fitting. God has someone that it's gonna feel like this. It just works. And the things that you feel like are signs to leave, they are signs to leave. They are God telling you, hey, this thing isn't for you. I know that I've been trying to tell you, you're not listening, so I'm gonna keep reminding you. And then one day you're going to leave, you're going to be guided to someone else, and all of those things that you thought were too much to ask for, all of those things that you thought, I don't know if I'm actually going to have that, maybe I'm fine not having it. There is going to be someone, if you have the courage to leave, you have the courage to go through that void where you don't have the new thing, you are going to be guided to someone that fulfills all of it and more. And the whole time you're going to be like, thank God I left.